Test, test, test. How we doing on audio over here? Test, test, test. All right, so that's working. Get these. And how is chat doing? All right, chat works. No, I was preparing my dinner. Keeping it simple today. I'm just having a little TV dinner. Fried chicken and mashed potatoes with gravy. Welcome to chat, Evan. Never been a big fan of corn dogs, but maybe I've just never had a good one. This is true. Corn dogs are cheap and quick. I will credit them that. It's going good. Feeling good. Grooved Band. Is that the one? Is that the green one that gives you stamina? I don't know them by name yet. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure that's in the game yet. There's one of the developers said in a message on the Discord that they're not even sure it's in the game. But the only way to get that ring is from an executioner that spawns above 1850, which I think might be impossible. Well, maybe you'll learn some techniques today, because I'm actually going to be farming up. I don't know if I'll get it, but my goal is to get a perfect shadow echo rune for my bow. I originally wanted to do an archery build on this character, and I just went melee because it was easier, but I don't know if you saw my archery build this morning. Archery's insane. I'm absolutely doing that. Oh, you can find merchants. And maybe there's a slight chance that one of them spawns it. But from what I know right now, no one's gotten that ring yet. Not without using like creative mode or something. Yeah, I am. Did you see my build this morning? Main bow is actually like super powerful, but it's all about that rune. Right? And it doesn't use backstab or sneak or anything either. This is a battlefield archer. No cheesing it through a wall of stick blocks. But I have to get that rune. That rune is like... It's literally 50% of the damage of this build. I got a few things I need to hunt down today. I'm switching over to my headphones here real quick. There we go. Yeah, I'm not happy with how I did the editing on that. There's a few spots in there where, like, I did not edit that video very well. I'm not happy with it. But the content is on all accurate. Oh, so the charge rune, you put it on a weapon. You know what? Let's go ahead and get started, and I'll just show you. Charge runes can only be put on melee weapons. They can't be put on a bow. They can't be put on staffs or books. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to put it on this thing. Let's see. Do I have... Where is the charge? I think it's this one. I need one more. Do I have any actual charge runes? I have a couple. You know what? I had intended... We're going to play a little game today. We are going to play Runelite Lottery. Because like I said, I was planning on switching to a hard archer. So... like I've taken measures. Like this is not enough of these to make like a good quantity of arrows. So like I smelted all of my copper. I got it cooking over here. It's not done yet. Because I want to get as many ingots as I have. Between that and this, I got about 240 ingots. So I can make more of these tubes. So I can make more of the anti-gravity arrows. I'm going to use steel arrows in the meantime. But, I fused all of the rune fragments I had, and I had enough to make 3 mediums, and I have, what, 3 fragments left over? So, I mean, that was, I had more than I was surprised by how many of these. It's going to be a long time before I get a perfect rune, because you need, like, there's small, medium, large, huge, and perfect. For the shadow echo, I need to get perfect. For the charge rune, I mean, even a small one is fine. I want to get up to medium. I want to go 1 level higher. Because that's 60%. So what we're going to do is... Oh, we need fuel. Take it out of here. Some in there. Rest in there. We are going to grind up some runelite. Because when you grind up runelite, you get out 3 to 5 random rune fragments. So we're going to see what we get here. Oh, look at that. We got 2 already. A lifesteal. Acceleration. We're looking for charge right now. Or shadow. Was that a charge? No, sharpness. Oh, we got another one. Yeah, I'm going to be farming a lot of these today. We're going to be down at sea level going to, like, cathedrals and stuff. Ooh. We got charge runes. Okay. Holy crap. I got a whole... That's a whole shard. That's a whole fragment. Or a whole rune. Oh, we got 4. So this one and that one, those are the ones we care about. No, not that one. That one. Oh, we've got 8 of these so far. Wow. Oh, yeah. I see so many people, like, and I thought this was common knowledge, and I showed it to a player, like, a couple days ago, and they're like, no, dude, I didn't know this. You got to tell people about this. Like, I thought everybody knew. I didn't know. All right, we'll stop there. Because I want a few. I want a few runelites so I can start doing some fusions. All right. Put these over here. See what we got. All right. We got enough to make 2 of these. Is that enough to make the next one? Oh, no, I'm 1 short. Okay. Wait, I don't have any of these? Oh, I got a new one. All right. Let's see. What do I have a lot of? Acceleration, arrow recall. I got a ton of arrow recall. Poison blast, shock blast, sky pierce, wound. How many doom? Here we go. There's one more thing I can show you. Check this out. If you then take the fragment and put it in here, you can grind it up again. You get spirit dust. So you can take the ones you don't want, like the ones you don't care about, that you know you're not going to use, throw them in there, get some spirit dust. And if you take these higher tier runes and you put them in the machine, sometimes you'll get Rune-a-Light out of them. Let me see if do I have any mediums in here? There's a medium. Frost Blast. Small. Medium. That's a medium. I'm never going to use that. Medium life. I'm not going to. That one I'm keeping. Okay. Let's see. I've only got 3 of these. But they're Purity, Sky Pierce, and Frost Blast. I know I'm never going to use these. So, we should be able to get some Rune-a-Light out of at least one of these. Oh, ran out of juice. Guess not. I got some Rune-a-Light out of some... I had a large one that I found. Oh, look, there you go, Rune-a-Light. So you can even get Rune-a-Light out of the small ones. It's just not super common, but it is possible. Right. You know what? We'll put these in here. I want to see if I can get some more charge runes. I only need 1. Oh, look at that. Exactly what I was looking for. Now, charge runes seem to actually be pretty common. Like, I got way more than I thought I was going to get. All right, let me put these away. I got enough, but now I need to go farm up some Rune-a-Light. All right. Do we have any swamps nearby? That looks like it might be swamp adjacent. Ah, there's a swamp. Oh, there's one right there. There's a church. So, generally, I like to, you gotta game is always laggy and your memory's dying, especially when upgrading the speed on your shit. Is this a game issue? No, it's not on your end. That's something a lot of people are experiencing. They still have some optimization issues. When you have like a really big ship, that's why they capped our ship at 55. Because they knew if people were building big 101 by 101 ships, they were going to have lag issues. All right. Oh, wait. I forgot my tools. They put up a fence to keep me out. Like, that's gonna work. I can fly, dude. Oh, there's no race in here. Okay, there are no runelites in here. However, okay. That's what I was hoping to find. Arrow recall. Unfortunately, arrow recall is not as good as I thought it was. I initially looked at it when I was doing the archery build, but then when I took a closer, because I thought it was, you know, that you would get arrows back, which you do, but it's not arrows that you shoot. It's when enemies shoot arrows at you. So you're likely only getting ever, you know, copper arrows, because that's what most of the monsters use for most of the game. Towards the end, you start seeing iron and steel, but they're rare. And I'm like, I don't need to waste the rune slot on my armor just to have a buttload of copper arrows. Ooh, fancy. And I didn't have that one yet. Oh, I didn't bring my... Okay. Hold down, go boom. All right. Actually, these might be perfect for this. Here we go. Anything up here? That's probably all just junk. Ooh, a legendary. What did we get? What was that? Fury. I don't know how good Fury is. Because, I mean, in order for Fury to work, you have to basically be dead. 200% loot? You mean harvest? Yeah, harvest is insane. Look at this. Like, let me show you the gloves I made. They're not perfect, but they're very close. Where are my gloves? Here we go. Look at this. 600% harvest. And then this stacks with this. So it's actually 700%. And I shouldn't say stacking because it's not 700%. This multiplies this. So it's actually 1200% harvest. So if you go and pick up a piece of grass while wearing these gloves and you take the potion, if you get 2, for picking up 1 piece of grass, you get 24 fiber. So if you clear an island, you'll fill multiple large chests. Yeah, harvest gets really nuts. And it goes higher. The maximum I think that is achievable, if you can find a level 0 glove that has 200 harvest on it, and you get harvest on every upgrade level, the maximum you can get is 800. This is the first time I've ever had above 400, was these gloves right here. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I knew there'd be a runolite in here somewhere. All right, back to the ship. No other one's in here, right? Yeah. Now, if we go all the way up to the top tier charge, where is it? This one. That's 100%. That is a massive bonus, but it takes forever to get there. Right now, where is it? Where's the one I can do? There we go. This is 60%, which is still a very, very big bonus, and it takes way, way, way less work. So here's how this works, right? You put this in your inventory. Now this is a medium, so I believe I need 3 blue dust. Oh, I've got blue dust already. So you just hold it in your hand like this, and you right click, and it shows you everything that you have currently in your inventory that can have this rune connected to it. Now I want to put it on the mechanical steamer crusher. So now I got that charge rune on there. And so the way this works is, let's go up to this other island, see if I can find something. It is an intermittent damage bonus. So you're not going to have it on every swing. But you will know when it's active because you'll get a little symbol on the bottom left above your hit points to let you know that it's active so you can plan your swings. Oh yeah, and that's the thing with harvest. You don't need like a super huge one. Yeah, like 300%. And then you can get the potion, which effectively makes it like 600. So you don't need like a super powerful glove to get a really good result. Just a 200 or 300 with that 100% potion, and you're doing good. All right, so let's find some stuff here to kill. Look at that. You see how the lightning bolt above my hit points kind of comes and goes? That's 1300 on a non-crit. So it's basically, you have to give your weapon time to charge, but then when it's charged... What? He didn't take any damage from that? See, normally on a non-crit, I do 400. With the charge, I do 1100. It's more than double my damage. I don't know how 60% gets you double, but I mean, it's a huge bonus. Charge is probably the single biggest damage bonus you can give yourself in melee. It's just unfortunate that it doesn't work on archery. I would love to have charge rune on my bow. And it gets bigger, because remember, this is only 60%. There's 5 more levels above this that get bigger, that get gradually bigger and bigger. Yeah, charge rune is OP. It is, look at that, 2,000 damage. I don't even have the mushroom going. I'm not even wearing a treacherous abyss necklace. I don't have a strength potion. These are non-crit hits, too. Like, realistic, like my all-time best crit was almost 5k. And on my other build that has all of this like fully fleshed out, I regularly crit for 25 to 2800. Because I forgot I could do that. Because I'm like playing and talking at the same time. I wasn't focused on what I was doing, and I went suboptimal on that one. Ooh, blue flowers. Ooh, fun fact. This mushroom right here, this black mushroom, when you collect it, there is a 1 in 200 chance that you will get a unique helmet. Didn't get it that time. No, I just forgot I could do that. Come on. There we go. Yeah, these boots are great. What does this stuff even do? Lock picking? Yeah, I can use that. Oh, this stuff right here. The swamp moss. This stuff is like money, because look what it does. All it does is healing. And look at it. It's everywhere. It's super common. You know what I should do? On a bigger island? What do you mean by a bigger island? Like a bigger ship? I mean, in general, my thought is bigger is better. But what specifically are you referring to? On a bigger island, hold on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like just having larger islands. Well, I know they're working on some stuff. Like I don't know what they have in mind, but I know there's supposed to be a story mode for this game. And if the game's going to have a story, then they're going to have some pretty well-developed deep dungeons. If they want it to feel like Skyrim, Skyrim has some gigantic dungeons. And if they want to get anywhere near that kind of a feel, where it's like an endurance run almost, the island's going to have to get way bigger. I think that would be a good thing. I mean, it's more content, it's more stuff to do. I mean, right now, like in this stream, you guys have seen me, I'll go into a dungeon, run for a minute to a minute and a half, find the Mortivar Lord, kill him in 30 seconds, and like a 2-minute run in a dungeon, that's just not enough. Like I want to spend 30 to 40 minutes in a dungeon. And right now, the only way I can get 30 to 40 minutes is if I hit 12 dungeons. But they did say when they put this out originally that we were just getting a taste. That what we're getting right now is nothing like what the final product of the game is going to look like. Which I like. Ah, those are done. A waterfall would be interesting if they can get the water mechanics to work. Especially if they get it to work like Minecraft, where you can go up a waterfall. I would love to see interconnected islands where like one island has water flowing down to another for you to go down and land in water safely, but that also has like vines hanging down from it or old ropes or something like that that you can climb up. So like you could have this just tower of islands progressively higher and higher chained together. I mean, there's so much potential in this game. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Because I've already got one of these, so I don't need these. So maybe... Yeah. Got some more runelite. All right. Now I'm done grinding stuff up. Do I have anything else? Oh, you know what? 2 more of these. How many more do I need for the next one? Oh, I only got 1, huh? All right. All right, that's pretty good progress. I saw some of the generation they were coming up with during testing was bonkers. There was one island they posted a picture of that the terrain generation almost kind of like, it made it look like the Mojang logo, if you know what that looks like. It was like a mountain with a hole through the middle of it that kind of curled up, like it was a big, huge wave in the ocean that was like frozen. Arrows. Go over here. All right. I don't think this island has a dungeon, so we can move on. Well, I forgot I was still wearing that. And I think that's the one we were just at. Yes, it was. Oh, yeah. If you have ranks in either one of these, like I have rank in this one right now. So if you get out your compass, right, and you click the right click button or the left click button, you switch to a different mode. And what this does, here, I'll show you. It's actually pretty cool. All right. So you switch to the mode, and then you hold down the right button. It lets you see all the things that are on the island. Orange are hostile, green are friendly. Green are passive. So like capybaras and villagers. But it lets you know, like, oh, look, there's creatures in there. There's also, actually, there's an even cooler thing here. Let me show you something. Oh yeah, a lava world, like I mean, I would also like to see like, and so you'd have a lava world that would be like this world, except instead of water at the bottom, it's got lava. So like falling off an island would be way more dangerous, but also having a world where there's just nothing. It's just a void. It'd be like the end. Here we go. All right. These arrows right here. Let me just whip up a bow here real quick. Because I don't have a bow yet. At least not one I can use. Yeah, the purplish pink one is the useful one. It lets you see life forms. The other one turns your compass blue, and it shows you the locations of emblems. All right, so let me show you this arrow real quick. This arrow is a scanner arrow, and it does exactly the same thing. See that? It doesn't last as long, and it doesn't have as big a radius. But it does the same thing as the skill, but you don't have to put any ranks to use it. These are super useful. I used them in my 100-day challenge because it was like the only kind of arrow I could make. And like nothing, once you got those, nothing sneaks up on you. Because you'll see like a little, one of the bloatwort larvae, they'll be like down here in a corner like this hiding. And when you come down the stairs, they'll just pop out and explode. And you won't even see them. You'll just hear that gurgling sound they make and then they explode and kill you. But with those arrows, nobody's sneaking up on you. All right, the spyglass. Oh, so you press, while you have the compass out, right? So you press T to activate the compass, right? And then you hold down R to get this menu, and you use the mouse wheel to click over to the spyglass. Ooh. I see a boss fight. I think. Maybe not. No, that's not a boss fight. I thought that was a Wraith Lord. It's not. It's just some dirty ground. Ooh, there's another opportunity for some Rune of Light. I'm gonna hit that real quick. Yeah, let me see what it's called in mine. No, I want the options. Key bindings, and then... Yeah, so radial menu is what you're looking for. Use radial menu. Mine is set to R. That's the default. And a Rune of Light. Thank you, sir. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's tidy this up a bit. Sometimes there's another runelite down here. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes one of these tables will have a runelite on them. Not today. Ooh, teapot. Oh, there's some more over here at sea level. Good book. I haven't been super aggressively looking for books. So on this playthrough, I'm missing. I mean, I don't have a lot. Like the one unique one, I don't have. The black hole, I don't have that one. I'll put this over in decorations. But I'm not really much of a caster. At least not until they make spellcasting good. I've got a poison build that I was working on. The black hole. Yeah, on my other playthrough, I have one. I just don't have one in this playthrough. Oh, we got another charge rune. Those are, like, way more common than I thought. I've gotten a lot of these today. All right, let's take out the good ones, which is basically those. Do I have adrenaline in here? I do have adrenaline. That's another really good one. And actually, I've got 5 of those. Yeah. This is good for melee, less so for archery because you don't get hit as often, so you don't get as much stamina back. But like right now, for my money, this is the best rune you can put on your armor. All right, so I'm going to put these down here because these are... you know what I'm going to do? I have a rune tier list that I have already recorded, but I just haven't uploaded it yet. I'm going to upload it tomorrow. And I'm just going to go over all the runes and like what they do, but like I'm kind of giving it away there because those 3 right there, that's my S tier. Lifesteal, Charge, and Shadow Echo are like the best ones in the game. And it works out nicely because that's 1 range, 1 melee, and 1 for your chest plate. 1 for armor. So they're not all like clumped up in one thing. It would suck if it's like, oh, we've got like 3 or 4 really good runes for melee and nothing for range and nothing for your armor. I might do that. I want to wait and see what they come out with in the next update, because it could change everything. I'm kind of hesitant to do anything with magic, because I know a big overhaul is coming, and I don't want to have to, like... Because if I go and put out a video for magic, and then they go and change everything, then I have to redo this same video, like, 3 weeks later. Look how the Wraith's big attack is to just slap you in the face. Look at that. 2 more charge room. Oh, those are adrenaline. Okay. Still good. Not complaining. Another elite. Acceleration. Acceleration is another good one. What's better than attacking harder? Attacking faster. All right. Is there a chest over here? There is not. All right. Back to the ship. I mean, I do have plans to do a mage video at some point. Like I said, I've got a poison mage and I've got an ice mage. Like, the builds are done. I've got the equipment crafted and everything. I haven't put the videos out yet because neither one is very strong. And I know an update's coming. And I'm like, well, maybe I should wait for the update. But like, archery, it's strong right now. With these runes and the new arrows they gave us. Ooh, I didn't even notice I got that. Nice. Nope, no runelite this time. On the ice build, it's like 450 on a crit. On the poison build, I haven't actually tested the damage yet because there's still one thing I gotta get for that build. Because it's not a poison, it's not a true poison mage. It uses a lot of the, because I'm theorizing with that one. The main damage method with that weapon is the, what's it called? The what's it called? Void Decree. The sword, it does a buttload of poison. And I think, I'm not sure, but from my initial testing, it looks like you can have stacking poisons on a creature. And if that's the case, that could be a really powerful build. You hit something 3 times, and then just walk away and watch it just wither and die from poison. And in a build like that, you don't even need, like, Treacherous Abyss. You don't need the mushroom buff. Because your main damage source isn't from the physical damage. You're just going with this insanely over-poisoned sword and poisoning the hell out of them, and then just standing there and watching them wither to death. Assassin Dagger build? I mean, the main thing that's keeping me from doing that, I mean, technically Scarlet Scythe is that, and you could just swap out the Scarlet Scythe for something else. I don't know why you would. Scarlet Scythe is the best dagger. But the main thing that's keeping me from doing an Assassin Dagger build or a stealth sniper is the fact that sneak isn't working properly right now. And this is confirmed by the developers. There are certain creatures that are resistant and or immune to sneak damage that should not be. It's just not working correctly. Like and I've tried to, because I love stealth archers. I love like assassin rogues. They're really fun to play. Like I want to do, like a Dishonored build, but it's just not, it doesn't work. You can't sneak up on stuff right now. Like I even went as far as to like throw an invisibility potion and they still detected me. It's stealth is just not working in this game right now. And sneak damage is not working. Like, if I have a dagger that's got like 25% bonus sneak damage, and then I also have that ring that gives you like 150 sneak damage, I should be one-shotting everything because it's sneak, so it's like a really high chance of a crit. And I just wasn't really doing that much damage to anything. So that's another one that I'm waiting for an update to fix sneak. Because sneak is just broken right now. That's why I didn't build a hobo with a shotgun as a stealth archer. And I went with a shotgun build instead. Because I'm like, well, if I can't sneak, then I'm not going to sneak. I'm just going to run right up to their face and shoot them in the face with 10 arrows. Because I want to play an archer. And that just, it seems to me right now that like, that in-your-face method, just machine gunning arrows at them, is like the only viable way to do it right now. The boar. Yeah, backstab's not working, and that's part of it. Because backstab is not working because sneak or the sneak damage isn't working right now. So if you can't sneak, you can't backstab. And I think they need to like maybe come up with a different name for backstab, because you don't actually need to hit him in the back to get backstab damage, theoretically. This is what they said. The creature just has to have not detected you yet, and it's next to impossible to attack a creature in a way that they won't detect you before the attack hits. Like if you do manage to sneak up behind a Mortivar, when you raise your dagger to go and stab him, he will notice you just before the dagger hits, and you won't get your backstab damage. And I was like, well, what's the point? If he's always, what's the point of sneaking up if the sneak is going to get broken the moment I take my first attack? Yes, surprise attack would be a much better name. I agree. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't actually know about that, because the Cursed Ring of the Assassin only works on the first attack. And Scarlet Scythe's, like, real damage comes on its second and later attacks. Because the first attack, Scarlet Scythe's just hitting them for bleed. I mean, I suppose having the Cursed Ring would make your first attack with Scarlet Scythe way more powerful. Because right now, it's like, your first attack with a Scarlet Scythe, not very strong. But then every attack after that is just a Meteor Hammer after Meteor Hammer. It's just hammer, hammer, hammer. You go flick, hammer, hammer, hammer. Having that first attack as a backstab, so that instead of going flick, hammer, 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 you're just going hammer from the get-go? Maybe. But I think that the Cursed Assassin Ring is, I think it's going to be better for archers. I think it's going to be better for assassins, because there's already a lot of skills. Like, for starters, you can only get a headshot with a bow, and that nearly doubles your damage if you get a headshot. If you add the ring on top of that and a crit, and like, so you've got this right here. You get a headshot from more than 12 meters, 12 blocks away. That's easy. there's a chance of stun. There's a small chance based on your damage to just kill them outright. There's another chance to stun here. What else is there? There's, of course, the backstab damage. I mean, there's just so much opportunity for an archer to just assassinate a character with one arrow. Like in a build like that, I would not take multi-arrow on that build. Because that's not what kind of build it is. This is a, one arrow, one kill build. One shot, one kill. And I do believe that sneak is going to be very powerful in the future, and backstab in particular. But it's not working right now. I mean, if you practice, it is possible to get a really good backstab hit, but like, I'm not good at it. I need the stealth to actually be stealthy. When the monster's detection is so high that even in invisibility, they have a decent chance of detecting me. Like if I'm invisible and I have this move, silence or stealth, I should just automatically get a sneak kill. Because I'm totally silent and invisible. How are you detecting me? Don't need any of that. Don't need that. We'll put this over here. We'll put this over here. Adrenaline, acceleration, mind shield. Mind shield's a decent one. The problem with a lot of the runes that I call quote decent is that the need for them doesn't come up often. Mind shield it reduces stun duration. Do you know how often I get stunned? It almost never happens. So it's like, yes, it's useful to have the stun duration reduced by a lot. But it would come up like, once a week. I almost never get stunned. I think and like you guys see me plowing through this game, and it's like, I think part of it is the game needs to be a little bit harder. I think monsters need to do more elemental damage. We need to do more elemental damage. They put these runes in to do elemental burst damage and like fire blast and ice blast, or flame on our weapons. And I look at those runes and it's like, I'm never going to use this unless you give me a monster that's like critically weak to this element. Make like a crazy powerful boss, right? But then give them like a 80% weakness to like fire. And it's like, okay, well now I'm going to make a fire sword. There's an invisibility potion, which I think I can make that. There might be an invisibility book. I actually think there is, but I was referring to the potion. Let's see where. Oh, there you go. Nox glow, ice resistance, and invisibility. I would use invisibility. I would never use this for ice resistance. You guys see this ability on here? The perception. It doesn't do anything. It does the same thing as the light effect on this. It makes you glow with the brightness of a torch. That's it. So like perception is exactly like light, except it uses rarer ingredients to make it, so it's worse. This dark mushroom is, because the only other thing it does is poison resistance, and it's like, that's mildly useful against specific monsters, like the spitting plants in the jungle biome, but that's so situational. Like, I don't even, when I find myself in a situation where it's like, oh man, I need a, what do you call it? I need the potion. I need the poison resistance potion. I'm not running all the way back to the ship for that. I'm like, you know what? I'll just tank it. I'll just tough it out and throw a heal potion afterwards. $208. Nice. Really? Nothing? Wow. Okay. Game getting shady. Yeah, you don't always get a runolite from those. You do sometimes, but it's not every time. It just ground up 3 of those and gave me nothing but rocks. Not yet. I have not. No, I'm still looking for that. Oh, this goes over here. However, do I actually have that book? I do not. Oh yeah, Hellfire's pretty good. I have that on my other playthrough. I don't actually use it though. I'm not a spellcaster guy. It's never been my jam. I will, for the sake of, you know, like understanding the game and, you know, if for no other reason, it's more content. But anyway, so you see this sign up here and this thing here, the Grimvert emblem. These are emblems. There's also one for the steamers. I wonder if I have one. I don't have one for the steamers. I got to get one. So basically, when you use the... I mentioned this earlier when we were talking about... When you use this one, the area scan, it will show you where these emblems are, which are usually near the entrances to dungeons or other significant points of interest on the island. It's less useful than the life scan. It's mildly useful. All right. And it's foggy. You know, I wish the fog worked like real fog. If the dew point is such that the fog, the humidity and the clouds are, because that's what basically it is. Fogs are just clouds at ground level. So if they're at ground level, if I go up to 1,000, I should be above the clouds. I should be above the fog at 1,000. But it's not. It's all the way up. That's not realistic weather. I mean, if you want, I can go and do that right now, and I've got all these books in my other save. Let's go and let's go take a quick look over there. All right, we'll go over to day 96. This is my main save. This is the one that I've been playing since I got the early access key. Like 3 or 4 days before the game launched, they gave me a key because I was live streaming it so I could promote it. This is my base. This is my big old castle. It's going to get bigger. Right now, this is a build limit. That stick block on the top there, that's the build limit. I want to go actually quite a bit higher than that, but I need the ship to get bigger first. All right, so let's just do this real quick. We'll go over some books here. I don't have every single book, right? But I think I have most of them. Let me see which books do I actually have. Weapons? I guess it'd be under weapons, under books. Yeah. Okay, so these are the books that I got here. We got Spellbook of Acid. Clearance, this is just purification. Here we go. Here's the Spellbook of Invisibility. Madness, it's a great spell. Better on an arrow. Spellbook of Restoration. It restores stamina. I've never used it. I don't know. I feel like the Restoration and the Shield and the Spellbook of Healing, I have those right here. I got Healing, I got Restoration, and I've got Purification. And then over here I've got, these are the Super Shield. This makes you like basically indestructible for like 10 seconds. I've got the Spellbook of Force Bath. This, I feel like, has potential to be really powerful. I don't have anything in that one yet. Let's see what else I got here. So we got the Shadow Minions. Spellbook of Invisibility. I don't have the advanced version. Well, I mean, they're just random. I just find them randomly in chests. It's not like a specific structure that has them. I have a ton of curse books. And then we have over here, we've got Madness. We've got Book of Freeze. I got one Firewall. And then I think over here, Hellfire. A wave of heat ignites all enemies around it. I think this is an area of effect. It just sets everything on fire. Let's see, what else do we got here? Not all of these have books in them. Spellbook of Thornblast. Oh yeah, this basically like fills an area with like thorny bushes, so anything walking around in it's just constantly taking damage. I think that's how. Well, you know what? Let's test it because I've never actually cast this one. I'm assuming. Ah, there you go. Oh, this is the spell that the Ent uses. Acid Swamp? Let's see what that does. Oh, it just makes a cloud of poison. That's cool. Thunderstorm. I think I know what this one does. Just makes lightning everywhere. Yeah, some of these are pretty cool. But of course, the pièce de résistance. The Spellbook of Black Hole. Wow, that one lasts a long time. But yeah, there's like I said, there's still a couple books I don't have yet. I'm still looking for them. I may do a showcase. But yeah, those are the spell books. I've also got all 8. There's only 8 staffs. That's why I haven't really done much with the staffs. There's Poison Scepter, and then Tainted Cane, which is also poison. Then there's the Spark Rod and the Lightning Cane. The Lightning Cane, look at that. That is the coolest looking staff in the game. May not be the most powerful, but it's the coolest looking one. Then there's the Cinder Rod and the Fire Scepter, which is literally just a coconut with a gem in it. I love how simple it is. Frost Rod, and of course the Glacial Scepter. I mean, it's a black hole. I think it just kills stuff. I don't think it does damage. I think it just says you're dead now. All right. I could cast a Hellfire once just to see what it does. Oh, it's just an area of effect fire spell. It just burns everything around you. Looks like it just does like the Fire Blast rune, but at will. Indeed. All right. Back to it then. All right. Oh, that's right. It's foggy. Can't see nothing. I don't know what that is. I'm going to go look at it. Well, the way it would basically break down is early game, you're just using whatever arrows you find. Mid game, you're gonna lean hard on madness arrows because madness arrows are just really good, and you can get a lot of your enemies just fight each other, so you don't have to fight them. You just go around, plink, 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 hit each one with a madness arrow, and they'll just fight each other to the death, and then you get the XP for the kill because you hit them. You only need to hit them once to get the XP. Coming at me from every which way. Ah, here we go. Completed the set. Don't need those. Ooh, legendary. I learned how to make a club. A cudgel. A stump baton. All right, fine. Fortify, wind blow. Fortify's all right. Cool. Ooh, okay. That's right. I was going to do something before and I completely got distracted. There are some resources. First save, you found a poison swamp book and put poison runes on your two-handed sword. You were dog walking. Yeah, if you lean hard into just one direction, just like go, I'm just going to go poison everything or fire everything. And you just build around it, you can make like a really well-rounded and exceptionally powerful character. See. That. And we got the charge rune and we got the lifesteal. Actually, let's go ahead and just do this. I might need a bigger chest for these rune fragments. Well, yes, of course. But like, even when you're crouched, it's not... Stealth is not great. It's too easy. And once they detect you, that's it. Your stealth is broken. You can't get it back. And I'm not a fan of that. Like, if I go back into stealth, if I crouch and I throw an invisibility potion, yeah, let him run around and try to find me for a bit, but eventually be like, well, I guess he must be gone. Plus, there's no, like, you know, like at Skyrim when you're, like, trying to sneak up on somebody and you hear the bandit go, wait, what was that? Must have been the wind. Found you. And then you like run off and go and hide behind something and they're like, yeah, you better run. And they walk away because they think you ran away. There's none of that in this game. There's no nuance to it. It's like, you haven't seen me. You haven't seen me. You've seen me. That's it. My stealth is gone. Not getting it back. It's just a yes, no button. I'll put that up there. Decorations. There we go. Oh, wait. Almost forgot again. Ugh, I keep getting distracted. I'm not even going to take a potion. I'm just taking the gloves. I want to do a little bit of harvesting. Because there's two things on this island. First off, these guys right here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. These guys right here. Oh, I don't have the gloves on. I was like, why am I only getting a couple at a time? Come on, put the gloves on. There we go. Yeah, first time I discovered that, I'm like, oh, wow, you do like double damage when you hit him on that gem. And you knock him down. Here we go. A few more of these. So these plants that I'm gathering right here, and they grow in abundance in swamps. They're really easy to find. 3 in 1 stroke. Look at that. So anyway, these plants right here, the only thing they do, look at that, is harvest. They're super common. You find them all over swamp biomes. I just want to grab some of these. And then there's another plant I want to get off of this island. Here we go. Look at that, 21 from one collection. Oh, we got another Shadow Echo rune. Nice. I mean, a fragment. Ooh, I'll take those. And the cool thing about this particular plant is, if you harvest one and then use it to make a potion, every other one you get after that, you harvest even more. Like, it propagates itself. The other plant I want to get, I already told you guys why I want these. This swamp moss. Each one of these is like 7 free heal potions. Look at that. But I think we're good for now. Unless I see like a big patch of moss or something over here. Ah, there's a big patch of moss. A lot of moss. Oh, I didn't want to go that high. Oh, there's on the roof. Okay, on the ceiling. Come on. There's so much of it. Look at this. I'll get some fiber while we're at it. All right, I think that's good. I want to stock up on this stuff now. Oh, look at this. 2.5 stacks almost. And then where did I put all my harvest stuff? Yeah, there it is. So like you have these and this one, which are all very common. And then these two both are farmable. So harvest is a very easy to get potion and it self-propagates because then once you get a couple of harvest potions, you can get a buttload of these and a buttload of these really easy. And of course you can get mountains of these because they're farmable. Harvest is a great potion. Fiber goes over here. This goes over in the toxic woods. How am I doing on madness arrows? I need way more. Can I craft them? I can. I need more burn caps. Okay, that means I need to go to jungles. What else does it need? Sticks and feathers? Okay, yeah, so burn caps are the bottleneck. But madness arrows, you can also buy those from bowyers. I've never heard them called that before. I've always heard them called Fletchers. I mean, I suppose Fletchers are the ones that sell the arrows, and bowyers are the ones that sell bows, but these guys sell bows and arrows. I guess we just call them Dick's Sporting Goods. Or, oh, what was that one? What was that one chain back in the day? Something Athletics. Oh, they're not around anymore. Actually, I think there might be one in my town. I gotta look this up now. This is gonna drive me nuts. Wait. I think I just realized it's no, that's not it. I was gonna say maybe it was Sports Authority, but that's not like there was this company has a logo. Oh, it's not there anymore. I guess they did close. All right. Maybe it was Sports Authority. They're gone now, though. Do we get the hat of shame? No. Negative. I got a hat of shame the other day from a vendor. From a merchant. A merchant. Well, that's just all useful right there. Oh, trampolines. All right, we're done here. I'm going to hold on to them trampolines. Nothing. All right. Back to the ship. Anything interesting? Nothing. Yeah, I saw the gem. I'm not going back for it. I don't care. I'm just hunting for swamps now. Almost went right past one. Well, it's got a cemetery. There might be some rune lights in there, and it looks like it's got a dungeon. Yep. Ooh. Almost one hit. See. What does this do? Potions? Yep, potion effects. Okay. I don't want to wait for him to come down. I'll just go up to him. I got enough of this stuff. I don't... It's not what I'm looking for. Stay on mission. We're looking for runes. Runelights. Sometimes there'll just be a runelight just sitting on one of these ledges. Dude, I had my back turned and you still missed. You suck. I think I've already got one. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Resin benefits from harvest. I forgot about that. I should be collecting that as well. do we got here? Frost Blast. Most of the time you just get coins out of these, but every once in a while you'll pull some like crazy powerful ring or a rare amulet. Oh, no. No joy. We'll take this. Ooh, Gloomwraith boots. Those are not terribly common. I've been through all these already. Yeah, this is where I came in. And I think this is the end of the line here. Unless... Nope. Alright. Let's get ourselves a little bit of free runolite here. Not runolite, what's this stuff called? Manolith? There we go, there's a couple. Blastier. It had some weird name like that. Go away now. Ooh. Oh, do you guys see that? It's so subtle. I missed it the first time I was in here. How do I get down there? Where's the entrance? There's no entrance? How do I get down there? Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to dig for it. Look at that. Okay. So the entrance would have been over here. Oh, it's under the table. Oh, it's under the bed. Okay, I never came in here. All right, that was pretty cool. Yeah. I want to put these away. And I'm going to put these away. Oh, I actually got 2 hearts that time. All right. Healing and last chance. Huh. I think I have... No, I don't. Okay. No, no. That. Nope. Stones go on the other side. Actually, I think I'm going to put the trampolines in the decorations chest as well. They don't really... Well, they have Gloomwraith boots, even though the Gloomwraiths don't have feet. Alright. Actually, how are we doing on Riddle Light? How many did I get? I haven't been keeping count. 8? Oh, I got 3 more of these. I'm gonna grind this one up too. Because I think you get a... Oh, I think you can get a blue gem out of these. Yep, see, look at that. Really? You're just gonna keep doing this to me, huh? Thank you. Jerk. He's like, oh, well, if you're gonna call me a jerk. Oh, this goes down here. All right. Save one. Just move these out here. Let's see what we get. Eh? Meh. Oh, lifesteal. Nope. It's a medium. Yeah, we'll hold off on that for now. Alright, let's just do one more. Man, this rune would be so good. Because it says arrow recall. And that makes me think like when I shoot an arrow, it'll recall it back to me. That's not what it does. It should be called arrow recovery. Because it's not recalling an arrow back to me. It is just letting me take the arrows that are shot at me and pull them out of my own chest and reuse them. So it should be arrow recycling or arrow... I guess it's recall in a way that, like, they shot it at me, and now I'm recalling it back to them? But that's not recall. That's return to sender. I want to recall my arrows. My arrows are better than theirs. Alright, let's see. That makes it go from like a really good rune to like meh. And I only just realized that, oh man. When I thought it was the other way, it was like an A tier rune, and now it's like C at best. All right. So do I want... Like, I could keep jumping from island to island, or I could go back down to sea and continue searching for... the Capybara Merchant. Because the Capybara Merchant will just sell you like 5 to 7 runolites at a time. Okay, now see, there's a Wraith. In fact, I think I see 2. Yeah, we got 2 Wraith Lords over here. Alright. I have been hurting without my stick blocks. Going into combat without stick blocks, you might as well go in naked. Alright. That's just a regular shack. I didn't think they'd put two major POIs on the same island. Alright, so I'm going to try to farm this guy for a little bit. I'm not going to kill him right away. We'll do this one. There's 3. There's 4. All right. Come on, summon your boys. Wow, I didn't know that thing had knockback. Ah, perfect. That's exactly what I want. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? Oh, there he is. Oh, we got runes. I think one of them was a lifesteal. Yep, we got a lifesteal rune out of that. And another arrow recall. There we go. Two. There we go. And one more. Welcome to chat, Zero Mix. Sorry, I got chips in my mouth. Hold on. Oh, he just summoned more guys while there were still guys in the field? Dang. Come on. Come on, summon your guys. There we go. So I wonder, let me check something here. Aggressive enemies. We want Mortivars. Wraith Lord. Okay, so he has only the Ring of Death. The Wraith Knights have the Night Seal Warblade. So where does Azure Requiem come from? Does that not come from these guys? Because I've gotten this and I've gotten this. I thought these guys dropped Azure Requiem. All right, let's go do the next one. What is... Oh, it's a house. Okay. Just a weird angle. How easily this guy just lets you box him up. Does anybody know if Azure Requiem actually drops from these guys? That is some weird terrain generation right there. I'll tell you what. Look at this. Because I will sit here and farm this guy for 45 minutes if I got a shot at Azure Requiem, but... Let me go and check. Let me see here. Oh, there is a video on how to get Azure Requiem from Shoe21.
Which is big boy sword. They are separated and can't be generated by reloading the save. If the lord doesn't come with it in the save file, what you need to do is delete the island with Wraith Lord until Elite Legendary spawn and kill it. How to find island? Press minus on your keyboard in your numpad, get coordinates, go in files, here, delete island, launch game. Okay, so I explain Giga fast. You have Wraith Lord normal drop and Wraith Lord Elite Legendary drop, which is big boy sword. They are separated and can't be generated by reloading the save. If the lord doesn't come with it in the save file, what you need to do is delete the island with Wraith.
Okay, I don't need to know how to do that. So... he's basically just talking about how to delete islands and farm Wraith Lords. But apparently it does drop from a Wraith Lord, but not a regular Wraith Lord. Apparently, it only drops from Elite or Legendary. So this guy's never going to drop it. And I already have the helmet, and I already have the sword, so I don't need to farm I don't need to farm the Wraith Knights anymore. Because I got the only thing they have to offer. See, this is the sword that the Wraith Knights drop. The Night Seal Warblade. And this is the helmet right here. Wraith Knight Shade Helm. This goes over here. The dust goes there. I think all the rest of this goes over here. There we go. That's the one. should start putting this stuff over. I did put it over here. Okay. Oh, I have 2 of these. Okay. I didn't even know I got a second one. Oh, it's foggy again. Okay. I'm gonna go down to sea level. What I want to do is find a place that's got like 3 or 4 Wraith Lords and just farm that. Because you will find them like that sometimes. If you find an area that's got like a really big, like a swamp biome area, you'll find 3 or 4 islands all in a cluster, and all of them have Wraith Lords on them. Fog's so thick it lags your game. Fog's so thick you eat it with a fork. Ooh, I think I see a pirate shanty over there. Or it might just be a regular pirate ship. I think it's a regular pirate ship. Yep. Go in there and mog some of these low-level skellies. Yeah, come on. We got our charge. Really? 1,200? That's all? I guess it wasn't a crit, so. That one was a crit. It was only 20 damage more. The crit does nothing. The goggles, they do nothing. There's a structure in here. There's something over here. Ah, look, see? Now it's foggy and raining. If nightfall comes, the whole world is just gonna be the whole world will just become opaque black. Okay. That that is a pirate shop right there. I almost just went right past it. And Pirate Shop's got something I need. Got some junk to sell. Oh. No nets. Okay. No gunpowder. Nothing. Alright, you're useless. I'm just gonna sell what I can. Oh, that's getting sold last. I'll buy some trampoline. This is 90. Because I know at some point I'm going to have a use for that trampoline. Well, you know what? I could sell that. Ugh, I hate these barricades. Always in the way. I wonder if these are worth anything. Never actually looked at their price. 5? Eh. I'm taking everything. There we go. All right. Now. New stuff. Repair tool? Lame. Poison. I'll take it. All right, back to ship. Oh, wait, you know what? One more thing I want to check. Sometimes there's money. A little bit of money. That's it. All right, now we're going back to the ship. Oh, this is a 5 and that's a 4, that's why. You know, the game has a 1, 3, like 3 in a row, and then 3 in like a circle, 4 and 5 candelabras. But there is no 2 candelabra. It just skips from 1 to 3. And it's like, what if I want to? Maybe I want to have 2 candles next to each other. Paper. Netting. Put away the money. And last but not least, fix all our busted stuff. And the raid is let up, so we can resume our search. See, where is spawn? Turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. Ah, there we go. All right. You know what? I'm going to go up to around... I'm going to go to 400. Because that's high enough. See... Now I'm going to go up to 1,000. Because I really want to find Abyss Forge. And I know... No, because like the easiest way to find it is to find the Capybara Merchant. And that's going to be down at sea level. I stopped. Why did I stop? That's because I'm crashing into an island. That's why. But there's a lot of stuff on this island. Alright. Let's go get into some trouble. Where are you? I'm finding you. Alright, so we already got a rune light, so this is already profitable. Let's see if I can finally get well, I thought I could get him in the water. Guess not. Nope. Ooh, damage buff. Okay. Get some glass steer. Two for two. Can we go 3 for 3? Negative. I have gone 3 for 3 before, but it's not like particularly common. This is a damage buff, right? Increased physical damage, yeah. Doesn't feel like I'm doing much more. I didn't have either one of these? Well, let's correct that now. There we go. Only one runolite in the whole place? That's a new one. Actually, you know what? I should grab that other one. Just because I've had it in my inventory doesn't mean I've actually broken it yet. Alright, there we go. Every time I get that peat moss, or it's just called Pete, I think of the old TV show Pete and Pete. And in particular, the theme song. I forget the name of the band that did it, but it was like a... It was like one of those new, at the time, they were new. It was like a garage grunge band. It's mighty strange. How did it go? I could happily derange. I could have said a shimmy. Or have you met the dark again? We're singing lie, yi, yi, yi. Yeah, same day. The sleeping dogs lie, yi, 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 yeah, same day. That was a good show, but that was a great song. Like it is like the most 90s song I've ever heard. I want to renew this real quick. Nothing wrong with having a little bit more oomph. I don't know why I ran all the way back here when I could just teleport. We only got 3. That's not bad. Inspector Gadget. Oh, that song just popped into my head. I really need to find this capybara merchant. Look at that ship, it's completely submerged. And I've seen this trend lately on the message boards of people like so I saw one person, they don't want to build a ship. They want a prefab ship so they don't have to do the, because like, oh, it's such a pain to build a ship. And then I saw another person said, well, I want to just, once I discover a recipe once, that's it. Never discover it again. Just every new game, I already have everything discovered. I have all the recipes. There was another guy that wanted to bring all of his items from world to world. And it's like, so you guys basically just, I don't get that. It's like, if you want a game that plays itself while you just watch, like there are auto clicker games out there where the game just plays by itself and you just watch it play. Like if you have all the recipes already, right? There's no reason to kill the golem other than to get, you know, a couple of times to get golem hearts to make the armor, and then like one colossus to just get the keyboard component in order to craft the big sword. So another guy wanted to keep all of his XP. Like he wanted to go into the world at level 40. Like, what do you, like... So you just want to, like, start a new world with everything done. Then why are you starting a new... Just keep playing the old one. Oh, hitting another island here. Yeah, I've and I very stupidly keep responding to these posts. Like I shouldn't, because it's like everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? So it's not like they're not inherently wrong for wanting these things. That's just their preference, and my preference is different, you know. But I get in an argument, like I'm like, dude, that was. Especially the one where the guy was like, I want to join someone else's game at level 40 with all of my recipes. And like, I'm not like trying to pick a fight. I'm like, dude, I understand why you think you want that, but you will find that it's a monkey paw wish. It's gonna be like the phantoms in Minecraft. Everybody thought the phantoms were so cool. And then now everybody hates the phantoms. They're like, why did I vote for this stupid mob? Because they didn't realize at the time that it would be a nuisance. And it's like, I feel like having all your recipes transfer from save to save is kind of the same thing. Like, well, no, I understand that. I know that, you know, what one person enjoys is not the same as what another person enjoys, but the thing is, with this game, and that particular ask, that you have everything, all the recipes unlocked on a new map the very first time you log in, what you are basically asking is for the game to be done. Because this is a treasure hunting game. And you're asking them to just let you start with all of the treasure already found. Like, blocks are not treasure. Gems are not treasure. Coins are not treasure. The real treasure in this game, like when I find coins, I'm like, meh, whatever. They're all over the place. But when I find a new recipe that I didn't already have, for me, that's the real excitement. Like, oh, I didn't have this one. Awesome. And what you're asking is to completely remove that component of the game. Like, I don't ever want to find a new item again. It will get, like, if that's what people enjoy, then, you know, more power to them. I'm not gonna, and I do think that maybe they should have like a toggle or something in there where like you could just already have all the recipes when you log in. And that's fine if that's what you want, if that's what the player wants. Go for it. That's fine. But what I foresee happening is that player is going to play for an hour to 90 minutes, and then they're just going to get bored and quit. Because they're going to be like, well, there's nothing to do. It's like, of course there's nothing to do. You've already done it all. There's no reason for you. They're going to look at every island and go, I already have everything on that island. I don't need to go there. They're going to look at every boss and go, I don't need to fight this boss. I've already got all his dropped. And it's like, why do I even need to make a better weapon? I don't need to kill anything. Like, what is the quest objective if you already have everything? What's the point of the game? Why are you playing? And, like, yes, the argument could be made, and I would make the argument. I very much believe that the point of the game is to, like, build a cool ship and then build a city. Like, get a whole island, build a settlement. But from what I've seen, most people don't enjoy that. I apparently am a freak for enjoying that kind of stuff. You don't see a lot of people doing that. I see people, they don't even want to build their ship. They want it built for them. Like, I want to just go to a guy who can just sell me a pre-made ship. Because it's time-consuming. And people don't want to do time-consuming stuff. They want to just have it. I mean, I guess what I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, I'm not telling people how to enjoy the game. I've seen this before. Where people go into my... And you know how you get that 2-week... What do they call it in Minecraft? The 2-week cycle? The 2-week phase? Where you play Minecraft for 2 weeks? Those 2 weeks are the 2 weeks that it takes most... I don't want to say casual players... But, like, most experienced guys like me. I'm not like a super elite speedrunner or anything, but I know my way around Minecraft. It takes me about 2 weeks to go from naked and afraid in the woods to full diamond or full netherite, fully enchanted, with a nice base, farms built. And not like every farm, but you know the basics. A carrot farm, potato farm, maybe a mob farm. Like, that takes me about 2 weeks to do all of that. To basically, like, be settled in and have, like, a base and everything good. And if you take away all of the... Like, I don't need to go hunting for recipes. Because in this game, you don't really need to look for resources. What you need to look for are the recipes. Because you can very easily find copper all over the place. And if I can, within, 15 minutes of starting the game, have like full copper everything, or full bronze. Because you don't need to go very high to find tin. And copper is everywhere. If I could log in, have a pre-made ship, I mean, that's basically how it was in the demo. Where when you logged in and you looked out from spawn, there were just prefab ships everywhere. I was going from, naked on the roof of spawn to flying my ship up to an island and killing the Mortivar Lord in like an hour. The most time-consuming part of that was finding the Lord, which I don't think I'd have a problem with now because I know what to look for now. Back then, I didn't know what to look for. I mean, 20, 30 minutes if he's not too high up. And then after that, it's like, all right, well, I just killed the boss. I foresee that people will get, because the acquisition of the recipes is the game progression. Okay. It's not the same as starting the game in full diamond armor in Minecraft, but it's close. Like, you could, if you have all your recipes, like I said, very easily skip wood, skip stone. Like, you never have to even touch them. You could just fully skip them and go straight to copper, probably even bronze. And then from there, you could very quickly, within 20 minutes, start acquiring iron. Because there's lots of ways, and in fact, the only thing that would be stopping you from starting with iron outright is the fact that you wouldn't have the proficiencies, you wouldn't have the skills to use iron stuff. Otherwise, there's a lot of ways to get iron early on. Like, you know, going around to pirate islands and finding the anchor, going around to villages and finding items, small items that are made out of iron that you can grind up in the processing station. Another recipe that you start with by default. And you can, again, very quickly have iron. The only thing that would be stopping you is the skills. So, and, I mean, even that doesn't really stop you because, like, let's see, what level? To get iron weapons, you need level 7. To get iron armor, you need level 10. Now this, I can achieve at level 1 by corralling an ent and then digging a hole underneath it and dropping it in the water. Because the ent doesn't fight you until you hit it. So if I go and I've done this on stream, where I build a hole, or I build a fence around the ent, and I go up underneath it and just dig a hole, and right before I drop him in, I hit it once. Then he drops in the water, can't fight back, auto dies, and you go from level 1 to level 8 in one shot. Like, if you really know this game really well, and you have all the recipes to start with, there's no challenge. There's no progression. You could be at iron in half an hour. And I'm no longer of the mind to tell people, like, you can't do that, or we shouldn't do that. It would ruin. Like, oh, go ahead, do it. I'm just letting you know, you will hate it. You will wish they hadn't. You're not gonna enjoy it. You're gonna get bored with the game, and go, you know what? I'm gonna go play something else. This sucks. All right, let's see. I mean, like, there are things in, like, Fallout or Skyrim that I was like, I hate doing this. I wish there was a faster way. Then I discovered console commands, and now I hate console commands. And I go out of my way to do things the hard way because I realize that by just clicking a few buttons and just having the thing done, that's like 8 hours of gameplay that I just deleted. I mean, I can understand that. I get that, you know, they want to, like, I don't want to delete my character. I just want a new map to keep playing. And that's okay. And I think there are ways to do that. You can, right now, like, copy your character and your ship data over to a new map and just keep playing. And I personally may at some point do that. But that's not what this guy's asking to do. You know, he wasn't like, I want to start a new map with my character and keep playing. He's like, I want to go over into my buddy's game who, you know, he just started playing and he's a level 2 and I'm a level 40. And I want to just join his game with all of my skills and my knowledge and all of my recipes. Because then what he can do is just go over there, dig up a bunch of copper, make his new buddy that never played the game before start the game with full copper. And, like, that's a whole, like, level of progression that person now doesn't get to experience. And then he wants to go to another player's game and do it all again. He just wants to hop from game to game with knowledge, just spreading it. I have the Capybara edition. I have, there's a guy on here who he does not have Capybara edition, and he wanted the Capybara statue on his ship. And I offered to make one for him. And he goes, no, that's okay. I'd rather, you know, get the Capybara edition myself and then, you know, learn the recipe and go. And he didn't, it was just one block. One decorative block, and he didn't want it. He's like, no, I want to get it myself. I want to earn it. I'm like, okay. I respected his wishes. It's his game, his ship. And I understand it. I get it. It's more rewarding when you earn it, It's, to my mind, it's the same difference between, like, spending 3 or 4 hours farming runelite. Like, I could dupe this stuff. I could just dupe these runes to make them, and I'd have that perfect bow in, like, 10, 15 minutes. But that's not fun. The journey is the game. All right, back to the ship. This island spent. Yeah. And that's the thing, it's like you don't need to be... Plus, like, by starting at end game, like, this right here, this arrow, Madness Arrow, this is not an end game arrow, but it is absolutely a rockstar arrow for mid game. From, like, I would say from, like, level 12 to, like, 25, Madness Arrow is going to be your workhorse. It's such a good arrow, but when you get to, like, end game, you don't need it anymore. Why do I need to make the 2 Immortal Guardians fight the Mort of our Lord when I could just run up and blast him in the face twice and he's dead? Why do I need to sit here for 10, 15 minutes watching these guys wail on each other when I could end the fight in 10 seconds? But mid-game, you can't do that. So it is more valuable and more rewarding and more fun to just, like, be this, like, oh, I'm not very powerful, but I'm going to go in there and use this neat trick and turn them against each other. Yeah, there are a few duping glitches, and those are things that the developers are aware of, and they are going to, if they haven't already in the next update, they will be removing those things, because obviously duping glitches, they kind of nerf the game. They make it less fun. All right, let me put this stuff away. It's like when I see guys using, like, aimbots in a first-person shooter game. It's like, what are you doing, man? How are you enjoying that? You didn't get that kill. Your computer did. You were just an observer. I will never understand. Like in a single player game, maybe a little bit, I guess I can get it, like if you've done it hundreds of times. But in multiplayer, I don't understand how anybody can enjoy cheating in a multiplayer game, especially competitive. I'll never understand. How are you enjoying that? You cheated. You can't be proud of it. You didn't earn that. How can you enjoy it? There's no joy there. The joy is in knowing, like, I worked hard, I busted my ass, and I won fair and square. How is there any joy in that? Because, like, the main reason to enjoy winning for you is gone. Because, like, the main thing to brag about, I did this. No, you didn't. So, like, I don't get it. Paper, fiber. Like, I'll never criticize someone for using a duping glitch or cheats or hacks or, like, modding the game. Like, in Skyrim, I've played Skyrim so many times that when I start a new character, like, I don't want to do the grind anymore. Like, I already know... I know where every iron mine in Skyrim is, and I'm tired of running around to every mine hundreds of times, collecting all the iron, going back to Whiterun, making hundreds of iron daggers, selling them, and you know, raising my smithing and I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through all that again. So I use the XP mod, but it's single player. And it's something that I know, like, same thing like with Sneak. I know that I can just go and put my character in the corner of a tavern and just walk into the wall real slow and crouch. And if I leave it there and come back tomorrow morning, I'll be level 100 Sneak. But I don't want to wait 12 hours. I don't want to have to AFK, you know? So I'll just use that mod. I already know I could do it. I know I've done it. It's just getting it done a little faster, but it's not multiplayer. And I'm not bragging about, oh, look, I got my character at a level 100 stealth. That's not a, like, it's just getting that out of the way. Because for me, the enjoyment of Skyrim is the end game when you're going around shooting dragons out of the sky. That for me is fun. And I like to try different builds. But if I got to spend 40 hours grinding for every new build, like, I can understand that. But it's not competitive. It's not cheating. I'm not bragging about it. I'm just like, hey, you know, I want to try, see how this feels. So I don't criticize people when they do stuff like that in single player, because I've done it in single player. But this guy's talking about doing it in multiplayer. And so, like, what happens when the entire player base of the game gets used to being able to take all of their skills and all of their recipes and stuff to a new game, and then someone starts a multiplayer server, and it's like, yeah, no, we don't do that here. You can't bring your knowledge. People are gonna get mad. They're like, but this other server lets me. Well, then go play that server. And like, it should be a toggleable option, but it shouldn't be the default. It should be default off. Yeah, typically. But, I mean, that would be like if I joined, like, and if I tried to swim in the Olympics, you know, using a jet ski. Yeah, I'd win, but so what? I didn't earn it. You know? Those guys that, like, do swimming, like, 100 yards, 200 yards, like, those guys train for hours. My brother was a competitive swimmer. He almost qualified for the Olympics. And he was in the pool, like, you know, on training days, sometimes 10 hours a day. For me to just come along on a jet ski and be like, I win. So what? Nobody cares. You've got nothing to brag about and nobody's impressed by it. You cheated. So, like, I agree that it's a skill issue, but it's like, if you're not good enough, don't compete. Like, don't be like, well, I had to cheat to win. It's like, no, you didn't. You could have just not competed. That was an option too. Yeah, I don't mind that it's single, because to me, like, what I've always said is, you're not hurting anyone but yourself. So if you don't care, more power to you. If this is how you enjoy the game. I don't know. I think Phelps in his prime could have beat a jet ski. Because it's like, when you get to the end of the pool, you got to turn around. You know how hard it is to turn a jet ski around? Like, on a dime? Like, I was joking, but if you actually tried to do a swimming race with a jet ski, I think you'd probably lose. Yeah, there you go. That's an option. It's like if you want to have to be like the rock star of the game. And it's like I used to have multiplayer worlds in Minecraft where I would build these elaborate farms. I'd build gold farms, I'd build iron farms, I'd build all sorts of food farms, cow farms, pig farms, everything. Where you could get any possible resource. I'd have a cobblestone generator, like everything, any possible resource that could be farmed, I'd have it farmed. And then people would join my world, and because like literally everything was already, they're like, there's nothing for me to build. You've already built everything. And so they'd end up like, they'd play for like a couple of days and then they'd quit. Because they're like, well, there's nothing to do. Like, I'd build an iron farm. You already built one. You know, I used to play on a server where I'd go on there and I'd try to like make every farm, but then I realized like, because this server also had an economy mod, what would happen is someone else would build a slime block farm, or they'd build an iron farm, or, you know, whatever kind of farm. And then they would go to because there was a warp that was like warp/mall, and they'd buy a kiosk in the mall and they'd just sell the stuff they were farming. And there, of course, were guys who would like want way too much for their stuff, but you know, the invisible hand of the economy would shut that. Like, nobody would buy their stuff because there'd be some others like, oh, you want to sell slime balls for $50? Well, this guy's selling it for $1. Not real $50, like Minecraft bucks. They're like just a fake in-game currency that's not worth anything, that you just earn through doing tasks. Nobody in their right mind would pay $50 for a slime ball in Minecraft. But in this game, where you're like, all right, well, I just went and I took the miner job, and so I went and mined for an hour, and now I have $5,000. Yeah, I'll go buy 100 slime balls. Oh, that guy's selling it for $1? Well, then I can keep most of my money and still get what I need. And so ultimately, I'm like, well, I don't need to build this because that guy built it, and I don't need to build that because that guy built it. And I suddenly realized, like, I don't need to build anything. I'd build obscure stuff. Like, I had a sniffer farm. I had a cactus farm. I had an egg farm. Pumpkin, honey, and honeycomb. And almost all these farms. I had a bamboo farm, sugarcane farm. They were all basically fully automated. So those farms are still running. You could still go to that server right now and buy all that stuff. From me. This is not the same village. I think I went the wrong direction. But I see 4 shops. Weapon, general merchant. I think this is an inn. Let's find out. Could be a tailor. Yep, it's a tailor. Nope. There's a weaponsmith. Negative. Why am I jumping? There it is. Oh, there's a golem over there. Yeah, I think, I don't know, it's a complex conversation, and I think both sides of the argument do have some valid points. I feel like unless you're talking about a very specific scenario with like a really seasoned player, like I feel like you're robbing them of an experience by just handing them late game content right from the word go. All right. I think, because it's getting pretty late, so I'm going to go ahead and take out this golem, and then we'll call it a night after that. I think the main difference with Minecraft is that there's a really strong community of builders in that game that are not, they're not like, well, I want to build an iron farm. They're like, no, I want to build a really pretty mansion, or I want to build a castle, or, you know, I want to build a really cool mountain landscape to just create art. And that is something that you can build forever. And no matter how many farms or anything like that someone builds, all that's going to do is make it easier for you to create your art. But you are still the one creating it. You can't build someone's vision for them. Haha, before he even got his minions out. I didn't even do the mushroom. I just realized. This is all trash. Ooh, that's a new one. Didn't have that one. Do I have this one? I do have that one. I have this one? I do have that one. We'll take these. Let's see if I got these. Yep. What about this one? I'll take this. Back to ship. I think it'll be less of an issue once this game has some permanency. Because like right now, if we build anything pretty, it's going to get deleted when they update the map. But they came out and said that the next map update that they do, where like we have to like update and we'll lose anything we build other than our ships. They said that the next one is the last one. So after that, we can start building cool stuff and it'll be permanent. I always get a chuckle when somebody comes on here like, I already beat the game. I'm like, my dude, you haven't even played the game yet. What are you talking about? This isn't the game. This is the lobby for the game. All right. Throw these in here. I think when most people say they've beaten the game, what they mean is they've beaten all of the bosses and collected all of the uniques. Like they've got a full set of the crystal armor maxed out at level 10, and they've got the steamer armor or steamer weapons, and they've beaten the Grimverd Golem, they've beaten the Colossus, they've beaten the King, they've beaten the Ents, they've beaten the Wraith Lord. Like, I hit all of the major milestones. I beat all the bosses, got all the major items to have a complete finished character. I think that's what they mean when they say that. Wow, this Jungle Forest Litter's not giving me anything. Maybe this doesn't give... Maybe it's just this one? Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like saying you beat Minecraft. You know, most people when they say that, what they mean is they beat the End Dragon, but that for me, that's when the game starts. And I know people that, like, they play until they beat the End Dragon and then they start over. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, the game just started. There we go. See, this is what I was looking for. I want that crystal dust. They added so many ways to get spirit dust on the last update. Like, I think this was already there, but there were so many others that they added in. It's so easy to get spirit crystal dust now. Let's see here. Actually, we'll do the level 3, because that's the one I'm not going to use. Check this out. Did you guys know you could grind up these rods? Pretty sure you get a gem every time. What weapon? And what were the bonuses? I'm just curious. You know, are you on the Discord? You should just go post a picture of it in the show off channel on the Discord. Because, like, even if it's just like an iron sword, and like that's with 6 mods on it, that's something to show off. Because that's very rare. All right. Put that away. Good. Put that away. Put away the stick blocks. Crit chance, crit damage. Extended stun, fast attack, strong attack, and stun chance. That is quite good. What kind of a weapon is it? A one-handed steel axe? Wow. Okay. That's probably the best non-steamer weapon in the game. Like, that was my go-to weapon for a long time. Oh, you don't know what Discord is? Oh, okay. Let me show you. Because Discord is like... Let me throw this on here. Actually, yeah, we could just do that. Let me go over here and show you. So this is what you're looking for, this purple icon here, right? You just Google Discord, it's the first thing that comes up. And you can download it here. And what it is it's an app that just sits in your tray over here. And they're like individual servers here. Like I've got one for Everwind. I got this one's for Pokemon Go raids. I got a D&D server here. And this one is for a local raid group for Pokemon Go. And then these other ones are, you know, for friends and family and stuff. So I'm not going to show those because they're personal ones. But you can make your own. You can go over here and add a server and then create your own server, and it's free. There is an upgraded form that's like a nitro, but you don't have to do that. Like you can see I've got the gray background. That's just regular. That's not nitro. Nitro, you can change the colors. But like this is the Everwind Discord is like the main thing that we communicate with the developers through. There's also an Everwind subreddit, but I don't know if they're on there or not. I don't know if they're as active there as they are here. Game is in French? Well, there is a French channel. Let me see here. Do I have... there we go. No, it's not showing up. Okay. So we'll just do this. Okay, now it's showing up. So there is... show all channels. They have multiple languages. There's Korean, Japanese, simplified Chinese, Portuguese, Spanish. Here you go. Here's the French channel. Oh, it's just the Everwind official server. They have like a dozen languages here. Aside from, there's several, these up here are in English, but they have other language channels as well besides English. It's not possible to build something with 6-row bonuses. The most you can get of something you make yourself is 3. It had to have been found. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Anyway. There we go. All right, so it is getting late, and so I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for joining me this evening, and I will see you all again on Wednesday. Like I said, I will be posting that the rune tier list tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.